All right, I am Matthew. I am with Roofing Rochester, New York, and we are at 771 Monroe Avenue, the Speedway, here today to do a digital analysis video to show whoever this is of concern to about the issues that I'm seeing on the roof that I would like to share with you. So, talked to the clerk inside, showed me around, showed me where the leaks are coming in from the building. We've got about, I think, 5, maybe 6 that we counted that she knows of, and that she can actually physically see water getting in. Now up here it's a different story. I've got more than a handful, I've got more than 10 spots I've found already that are leaking water. Well, let's start here. I should start here on the ladder. So we have a pretty severe leak above this door, and you'll actually notice this pattern around the whole rubber roof here, but these seams on the end are actually starting to come up here. So this is completely unadhered, and this is just what I can see because there's an ice dam here right now. So obviously water is going to sit here, inevitably back its way into these seams, and when it gets under the roof, it's a problem. Here, I mean, this is completely expanded and contracted out of the way. They shouldn't have gone over this roof to begin with. I mean, I see 3 layers. So now what we have is just a completely exposed roof to any wind-driven rain or ice that wants to build or back into this. I mean, this is just completely open to the fiberboard that's underneath this roof that they attempted to use to go over another failing roof. So this is all a leak here. This chimney, they didn't do this correctly to begin with. They never actually cut in to put metal apron around, counter flashing rather, and protect this. So now it's just completely unadhered. This is a pretty severe leak. And also we see a lot of air pockets forming. The actual rubber membrane is beginning to unadhere from the layer below, most likely because of the amount of water and saturation underneath it. The glue is fouled, so now we have this sort of situation, and then air pockets like this form. We get negative pitches where water is sitting residually where it shouldn't be, and now none of the water is going towards the bottom edge where the gutter is like it's supposed to, and backing into wherever it wants to. We've got areas like this. I mean, this was just never done right to begin with. It looks like they just caulked it. So that's fouled. Now this, I can just basically pull back very lightly and expose the entire underlying roof. So the entire substructure is at risk of damage here. This is not only the roof we're talking about now, this is like the actual integrity of the building that's gonna get damaged if none of this is addressed. We've got pipes like this. I mean, this thing is just completely shot. So I can stick like 3 fingers in this pipe. And we also had a handful of leaks on this side here of the EPDM roof. Same thing, pipe, it's open. The seal is fouled, so this is open for water. The actual membrane is unadhering, so now it's kind of deforming, allowing water to sit on this bottom edge rather than get off the roof. Mix that with the seams starting to actually come loose, and you're gonna have water backing into this constantly. It's just getting the underlying deck or fiberboard, whatever they had put there, saturated, allowing everything to unstick, and then the problems really just compound from there. Up here it's a little bit different of a story. We have a built-up roof where there's stone on top of asphalt roofing. It is frozen right now, so these roofs are particularly not easy to locate exact leak points in these type of conditions, but we have a severe leak coming in inside here, so I was able to sort of scrape away a lot of this stone that I could. And I mean, just by the look of it, it's very porous. When the asphalt gets porous like this, water just permeates right through it, and again, inevitably it'll trickle its way down. When it gets too severe, it'll leak inside, and then we have issues. So based off of just, they don't do these roofs very often anymore. I don't really see them doing them anymore. Based off of just the actual asphalt that I can see here that's coming loose, this is easily a 50-year-old roof. I would certainly recommend we replace this one. Again, I can only go though based off of what I can see, and it is hard to locate an exact leak point, whereas here I can actually locate these spots. But just the nature of the age, it does need to be replaced inevitably here. All this board, soffit board's coming loose. This is not really an issue unless we have wind-driven rain, but again, it's about protecting that substructure that really adds tons of cost to a building owner when framing and wood rots underneath what's supposed to be protecting the actual building, right? So, but you'll see around this whole entire building, this entire seam's coming loose here. So at this point, it's really difficult to try to go around and repair this sort of roof, because even if a lot of the water is coming in from these bottom edges, water follows the path of least resistance. It could be coming in from any of these loose seams. It could be coming in from the chimney over here that I showed you, working its way down to wherever it wants to. And if we don't really address the problem, which is the entire roof, then there's no guarantee at this point with the roof the way it is that anything's gonna get fixed. So we need to I've got a few different solutions here that we could work towards to get this thing squared away, so that we can mitigate any leaks from really damaging things underneath that are just going to cost tons and tons of more money than just replacing the roof. So we'll get this thing squared away, get this stuff here to stop coming apart, and do this correctly the first time.